Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Today I'm going to cover some things for you guys I think you should be aware of right now with the market. Some people are thinking about taking profits. Some people are wondering if they should buy crypto right now or if they should sell some of their crypto. Just wanted to get this covered with you guys. I got some different ideas to throw out there for you to maybe help you out in your situation. I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a quick like to get the YouTube algorithm flowing. All right guys, let's jump into it. All right, so first thing I want to go over here is capital gains. Now, first of all, I want to start off with nothing on this channel is financial advice, guys. Nothing. This is for entertainment purposes only. You guys do your own research on this. I'm just going to share with you what I think and what certain articles say. Doesn't mean anything of it is factual. So make sure you do your own research on this. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm just trying to be helpful and give you useful information. So do the research for yourself. But I'll cover some things in this video I think it's important to take a look at that will possibly help you out in your situation right now. First thing you should be aware of is capital gains tax. Now this is going to vary based on where you live. It can vary based on your country. If you're in the United States, it may vary based on the state you live in. Typically, there's no when I'm referring to stuff on this video, it's to United States federal capital gains tax. So keep that in mind. And I'm not a tax expert. I'm just sharing with you what certain article is saying here. So do your own research. So what is capital gains tax? It's a tax on profit from the sale of an asset. So crypto is an asset. Your home is an asset. Your vehicle, I don't know if they consider that an asset or not. You'd have to look that up. But basically, if you sell an asset, crypto is considered an asset. So if you had profit on your crypto, it's considered taxable as capital gains. Now, the rate on which you're taxed on based on a couple different things. It's based on how long you've held that crypto. If you've held it shorter than 1 year, it's considered short-term capital gains. If you've held it for more than a year, it's considered long-term capital gains. And the tax rate is lower if you've held it for longer than a year. And it also varies based on your total household income and your tax filing status. I'm going to show you that in here. So basically how the capital gains work, they're progressive, similar to income taxes. So the rate is based off from up to a certain dollar amount. After that certain dollar amount, then there's another bracket, and you're taxed differently for the next bracket. And then the bracket above that, you're taxed differently also. So you're taxed in like 3 different tax brackets for your capital gains. It's not all taxed the same amount, and I'll go over that on this video. So I'm going to use married filing jointly because that's how I file. That's how a lot of people file. Your situation may differ. You may file single or married filing separately or head of household. For married filing jointly, long-term capital gains and this is total household income, not just your gains on the crypto. From $0 to $89,250, there's 0 tax rate. So if you've made any money on crypto and your total household income is less than $89,000, you're not going to pay any tax on your crypto long-term capital gains, is how I understand it. So anything over $89,000 total household income, you're going to start taxing your crypto at that point at 15% tax rate up to $553,850. And so the first $89,250 is not going to get taxed. After that, from $89,000 to $553,000, you're going to get taxed at 15%. So someone out there made a comment on my video that when I was doing my portfolio videos, I was saying I was going to pay 15% capital gains, long-term capital gains. They said, no, you're wrong, Dean. You're going to pay 20%. Well, I'm not going to make over $550,000 likely, so I'm probably not going to be paying 20% tax rate. They said I'd be paying a 20% tax rate, but I likely am not, because I don't think I'm going to make over 500,000. It'd be fantastic if I do, but we'll see. We'll see how this bull run plays out. It is a possibility that I could make more than that based off of how my coins do and what I invest. But only the amount that's over the $553,851 would I be paying the 20% rate. Everything under that would be the 15% tax rate. So it's not the total amount you're paying that 20% tax rate on. It's just the amount over this $551 or more. Anything this amount or more is this 20% tax rate. Anything in between these two numbers is the 15% tax rate. So keep that in mind. And like I said, do your own research on this and talk to a tax advisor if you've got questions. Don't come to me. I'm not a tax expert. So I want to teach you some cool tricks. And like I said, guys, this is not tax advice, but there are some things that you could do to lower the amount of taxes you may have to pay this year. And I'll give you an example. I have some crypto of mine that I was in a big loss at because I bought it earlier this year. ApeCoin is one of them. I bought that on an average of between $3.50 and $4 per coin, and now it's down to around like $1.20 or $1.30 or something. Well, I sold my ApeCoin at like $1.15 at a loss, and then I bought it back. So I've captured that loss on my taxes for this year. So that was like a $3,000 some loss. So that is going to offset any capital gains I have on gains that I make this year. That'll help offset some of that. And by buying it right back, you're still getting back your crypto pretty much the same amount of coins minus the transaction fees, but you're capitalizing, you're realizing that loss on this year's taxes. So if long as you do that before December 31st, if you're at a loss on a coin, you can sell it, realize that loss, and immediately buy it right back. You're going to pay a transaction fee, whatever exchange you're using, and maybe whatever the fee is for that transaction. But if you're buying it right back, you should get about the same amount of coins as what you just sold it for. And you've realized that loss now, so that'll help offset some of your gains on your crypto if you're in that situation. Now, double check with a tax advisor on that, but that's my understanding of how it works. So just trying to give you some useful information out there to help you out. One of the reasons I come up with this video is there's a lot of people out there right now, even asking my Telegram and stuff, they're worried about selling their coins right now and taking profits. But if you're under this $89,000 amount for total household income, if you're married and filing jointly, so let's say you made $75,000 between you and your wife, or $80,000, and you want to go ahead and sell like $5,000 worth of your crypto right now and take profits on it. My understanding is you're going to pay zero taxes on that if you've held it for longer than a year. If you haven't held it for longer than a year, so that you'd go to your short-term capital gains, and that is a different story. So you're just going to pay taxes on that $5,000 amount. So if we go to trying to find the short-term capital gains on here, that's long-term. See if they have short-term on here. I think it just probably counts as income, most likely. It's probably just going to count as income more than likely, but you'll have to double check with that. And I can put in the calculator here. So let's say you bought your crypto for $1,000 and you're selling it now for $5,000. So we're going to say that you've held it for less than 1 year. Let's say you made $80,000 in your house and you're married filing jointly. So short-term capital gains, according to this calculator, you're going to pay about $480 in tax off of that $5,000 sale. And you can use this calculator. I'll put this in the description of the video. This will kind of help you figure out, how much taxes you might pay on this. Now, let's say you made $100,000 between you and your wife, and you sold that, now you've got $880 in taxes that you're paying on, because you're paying on the full amount now, because it's more than that $89,000 amount. So you can use these capital gains calculators to help you figure this out. And you put in here if you've held the coins for 1 year less or more than 1 year, and then you put your household income in this slot right here. So this will help you calculate approximately how much taxes you'll pay on that crypto if you sell it right now. Now, the reason people are wanting to do that is because they're wanting to take some profits, and I am considering it also on some of your coins that have pumped recently and putting them into coins that are still cheap right now. An example of this that I'm thinking about doing is I've got like 300 Solana. I've got like 307 Solana right now, or 308 or 9 Solana, something like that, because I've been staking it. So I staked 300 Solana earlier this year. I think I've got like a total of 309 Solana right now. So I'm thinking about selling about 20% of that Solana, about maybe like 57 of them, 59 of them or something, whatever that amount is, and keeping the 250 Solana, selling the 57 or 59 Solana that I have, and I'm considering putting those profits into ICP and buying that before it pumps, because it's still around $4 right now as of the recording of this video. So that way I'd be able to pick up close to like 500 ICP coins, and then and just using my profits for that. So I'm just trying to shift some money around a little bit to pick up some ICP before that pumps, and then I'm still keeping like 80% of my Solana for the bull run. It's pretty much doubled in price since when I purchased it. So I'm up about 100% of my Solana, thinking about just taking out a small portion and buying some ICP with it before that pumps, and then staking the rest until the bull run, and I'll gain back, I'll slowly gain back, most of that Solana between now and the bull run. And then if we do get a correction later this year in December or January, I'll probably buy that 50 Solana back at that time. But right now I'm thinking about just capitalizing on some of that profit, because I do expect another correction in the market. And where am I getting that from? Well, if we look at the historical Bitcoin chart here, January and December are typically red months for crypto. So we could have, and so is March as well. March is a pretty red month. So, I'm expecting another correction, and we're not just going to pump forever up until the halving. That is a possibility, but the likelihood says that we're going to get another correction. So I want to take out some profits right now, but I don't want to take out a large chunk just in case we keep pumping. And then I've still got, I've still taken in the ICP is a good project. It hasn't pumped yet very much at all, just a little bit. So I'm taking that profits from my Solana and just putting a little bit into ICP and grabbing some of that with my profits. So it's another strategy that you can do. Now, I'll have to pay short-term capital gains on that Solana that I'm selling, but my sale of the ape coin where I was at a loss is going to offset that already. So I don't have to really worry about it at all. It's going to be pretty much a wash, So I may have made $1,000 off of that Solana, but I've got a $3,000 loss on my ape coin, so I still have $2,000 loss, and I can use that $2,000 loss yet towards any other gains that I capture this year. Also, guys, I wanted to mention, if you're trying to track your capital gains for crypto for the year, you can use that awaken.tax link in the description of my video. I don't get any commission for that. They're not sponsoring this video, but they've sponsored my channel, guys, so I wanted to give them a plug in here for people who are looking to keep track of their crypto gains throughout the year. You can actually use their platform completely free. You don't pay anything unless you print out the form that you file with your taxes at the end of the year. That's the only time you would pay a fee. So keep that in mind, and you can check them out in the description of the video. So that'll help you keep track of your capital gains or losses throughout the year, so you know where you're at with your crypto and what you might expect for capital gains taxes. Keep that in mind. These are just some things that I think about, though, that might help you with your situation. Don't do any of this just because I'm saying that I'm doing this. I'm just trying to help you think about what you could do. Talk to your financial advisor or your tax advisor on what you think is best for you and your portfolio. just trying to be helpful out there and give out useful information. I hope it's helped you out. There's other stuff that I want to cover too, but this video is getting too long as it is, so I'm going to cut it short here. But I really appreciate all of you who watch my videos. I appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, hit that like button to get the YouTube algorithm pumping for this channel. It really helps get it out to more viewers when you hit that like button, so I appreciate it. And that's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. We'll see you on the next one.